Tasty. United Kingdom. Ah. Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. This is Dry Bed County, and this episode we are going to start putting in some public transport lines around the map. So, without further ado, I'm going to crack on with it. So, I think the first one that we're going to begin with is Mesa over here. No particular reason, why. Just I think it should do quite well with some transport lines around the area. So let's crack on. I think what we're going to do is just create a loop around each one. So we'll also do one for Portland down here and Newark over here. And that should allow us to then create a bit of a triangle of transportation around the area. This will also be the first step towards having some public transport train lines through the area. But for starters, I'm just going to be creating in some lines for these three. So without further ado, let's crack on. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is put in tram tracks around the city, because if I'm honest, or at least I normally start with like buses and then upgrade them down the way, but I'm not going to lie, buses are kind of terrible for going around the cities. I mean, they're all right to begin with, but they very fast become a bit useless. So I'm just going to crack on with putting some nicer routes through, and then hopefully we don't need to worry about upgrading them for too far down the line. I just think that trams are always the sort of go-to towards the mid to later game. And I figured might as well just get on with it straight away. Just whack them in there. So I've just realised that I've downgraded some of the roads. Okay, let's upgrade them to this medium road because it will be a little bit faster for the traffic actually travelling on it. There we go. Okay, and in here we want it to be electric. Yeah, perfect. We might as well put in some nicer accommodation while they're there. Maybe even something on the other side as well. And that should pretty much do it, because we'll have buses go around the or between the cities, and we'll have a bit of a triangle here. And this will just be the first step towards having transportation throughout the map. I don't think that this will be the final incarnation of it. It's just literally the very first step. So I'm going to put some trams periodically through like so. Create a line. So first one's going this direction. Might as well work with it. Create a second line. This is our very first public transport line, actually, that we've created. So fairly big, momentous day, so to speak. Let's just turn that over this way. And that actually clips quite nicely there, which is good. So tram-wise, we have 3 trams. We have the horse-drawn streetcar USA. We have the horse-drawn streetcar USA. And we have the San Diego electric trolley. Now, these vary in prices from $4,997 a year, 77 a year, or 6,521 a year, or 9,220 a year. Now, the electric one's fairly faster. They sort of just ramp up slowly. I don't know why these two are named so similar. So it says, in the United States, the very first streetcar appeared in November 1832. Wow, that's a long time ago. The earliest streetcars used horses and sometimes mules. So then it says, in the mid-1880s, 188 million passengers per year were carried in the USA. The average streetcar horse had a life expectancy of about 2 years. So that's quite sad, really, but I mean, they were working horses. But then the electric trolley, the Citizens Traction Company, converted old cable cars into electric streetcars. Later, the San Diego Electric Railway took over the company and switched everything to normal gauge. Okay. I mean, I think I'll go with the electric one, just because it's faster, it's got more capacity, it's got a better loading speed. It's also a lot heavier by about 7 tons. But it's got that speed, which is what we need. So I'll get 2 of these to begin with. So 1 going either way. So we'll put 1 on line 1 and 1 on line 2. So that'll just start allowing people to travel between through the city. Obviously, we haven't connected anything else up just yet. But that will be a good starting point. So in terms of the line naming, I think we'll call this, I mean, it is still on the road, so I'll call it road, and it's public transport. So I'm just going to shorten it to PT, and this one's in Portland. And this one goes counterclockwise. So that's going to be the naming scheme that we're going to follow here. we got a pink or a blue. Let's go with a pink. So we'll go with like a purpley pink and a sort of darker pink and a lighter pink. And that will be Portland. So we're going to need to set up another place in Newark for these to go to, and a place in Mesa for these to go to, and then in between the two as well. So first thing I'm going to check is the emissions. So down here we've got our residential buildings. We don't want to be affecting our residential buildings with emissions. So I think we're going to build it up this way. So I think I'll do a fairly similar thing here. Oh, there is actually a bit of a dip. Let's just try flattening this area a bit. I'm just going to use the smooth tool, I think. I don't necessarily want to, remove all imperfection here. It's just I want to raise it up a bit so that where we're going to be building will be pretty flat, so it's smoothed out. There we go, that's a bit better. Build one there. Build a thingamabob out. And we might as well just keep this going that way, and then I'll do a connection there as well. Perfecto. So I think we'll come down this way and then go this way. Cool. So I'll start putting some bus tram stops. Might as well put one here. One here. Well, actually, I think we'll put one on this, considering it will probably cover both, and this one probably covers a fair amount of it anyway. Yeah. And then to try and encourage a bit of building out this way, we'll put one there. Pop one here. I think that should pretty much cover it for Newark. So if we do the same thing, pop in a line around here and a line back. Like so. These ones are actually quite good colours that I think match each other quite well, so we'll just leave it as is. Which one's the counterclockwise? This one. So I'll just call this one Newark. We're making actually some fairly good progress, I think. There we go. Just have to decide where to put the tram depot. I guess I'll put one out this way. Maybe like on a 90 degree. A 90 degree. Oh, fine. Whatever. Doesn't really make much difference. At this stage, at least. So we'll get same 2 trolleys. I don't think we need anything too crazy yet. Just having that initial line have some vehicles will mean that basically people start seeing that as a route that they can take, which will be good to enable it to grow. But for now, we'll just keep it as 1. And then let's go ahead and take a look at Mesa. Now, Mesa is a little bit tricky because we've got the residential on this side, which would be ideal for putting in the transport. But at the same time, we could try and avoid anything going anywhere near this and maybe build a train station out this way. I haven't really thought about the other cities. Like, this would probably be a fairly good spot for a train station. This, again, fairly good spot. Further away from the residential zones, although we do have a lot of mixing here, which I'm not too keen on, purely because it means that then our residential is spread out, and it means that we can't necessarily try and protect it from the emissions as well as we could before. If it was, say, all residential on one side and then commercial and industrial on the other side. But I'll go with it because there's quite a lot of building here and I don't necessarily want to go and rip everything up. Similarly over here we've got some commercial bits. So the darker buildings and the residential, and then the lighter buildings are the commercial and industrial because they're not affected by noise, basically. The residential is, so that's where the emissions start to play in. So I figured maybe if we built on this side, we've got a natural point here where it would come out. Let's smooth out this area a bit. Again, it's making not much change, but it means that hopefully it won't be too uneven for this building that we're going to put in. So see, now we've got a bit of a dip here, so that will create quite a hill. Okay, let's try putting this further back, so maybe like here. There we go. Okay, so if we were to put in some, where would be good? What would be a good route? Obviously we have the station here. I don't think that the station itself should serve as part of the route. Obviously it will be part of the route, but it should be where the connections change, so we can then allow sort of intercity stuff to connect in rather than using the main route or the main building as the sole connection for that. It would be more of a interchanger rather than anything else. That's my thinking on it, at least. Right. Now that we've got the routes underway, if we were to upgrade these roads, can go around like this. I think it should be fairly safe to assume that this will cover a fair amount of the city going forward. It's just a case of which direction it grows in. If it goes towards the farms, then the farm might start losing some farm fields, which might be a bit of a shame. But then again, the farm may well disappear because we haven't actually hooked it into anything just yet. But anyway, I digress. So this one's the counterclockwise, and it is Mesa. This one is the clockwise for Mesa. And then we just need a building. I'm just going to pop this one here for trams. I didn't put those both on the same one, did I? No. Okay. Well, we've got a pink, a blue. I think we'll go for a green with Mesa, as one's already green. So we'll go for like a lighter and a darker color to symbolize the different directions. But that's actually all set up. One thing I want to do is with these public transport lines is color the actual there we go, the actual vehicles. So I think I'll do that. There we go. So we've got a route going around each city. Let's go ahead and pop in a bus route between them. So we've got the stagecoaches, or we do actually have a Mack, which is in 1900 the Mack brothers built their first successful passenger bus. For 8 years it drove in Brooklyn's Prospect Park and was then converted into a truck. The mileage was 1 million miles. That's pretty crazy. I'm guessing that's the mileage of all of them, maybe. But then again, it's just talking about one. Maybe it is one bus. Who knows? Anyway, in terms of routes, I'm going to sort of do a bit of a triangular route around here. So we will need 3 buses, and then we'll add more buses as time goes on. So while we're here, I'm just going to create both lines. And then we're just going to connect them to each of the cities. And then this will be the last line for these 3. There we go. So this will have a very similar name to these ones. So this one goes from Mesa to Portland. There we go. And then this one goes from, let's change this one, Newark Portland. And then this one is just Mesa to Newark. I misspelt it, didn't I? Neward, not Newark. There we go. Right, okay, so that's all set up. Let's start popping some buses on those lines. There we go. Right, so our very first passengers should start to get on things in a minute. There we go, there's our first passenger. Samuel Jackson. Our very first passenger in Dry Bed County is Samuel Jackson. That's pretty impressive. He's not really looking like Nick Fury, but what can I say? He's taken some. I'm gonna just update his name, Samuel L. Jackson. There we go. He is now the very first passenger, and hopefully he will be the very first passenger. I don't know whether any others. It looks like there's a road vehicle coming up to this one. Where is the tram? Oh, it's coming. It's a little bit slow at the moment. That looks very unbalanced. Surely with the wheels in the middle it's going to cause problems. But anyway, here we are. We're picking up Samuel L. Jackson. There we are. He's on his way to somewhere. He's potentially looking at his phone. I mean, there isn't a phone there. Maybe it's meant to be a book or something, because this is like the 1900s. So I don't think it would be a phone. But yeah, that's our very first passenger. He's on his way. He's loving life. Just on his way around the route. What we do need to do is update the colours here. So we've got Mesa to Newark, Mesa to Portland, Newark to Portland. So if we colour these the line colours, then hopefully it might help going forward. No, I might change this one's line colour because it's very similar to the actual Mesa lines. Maybe just go with like a really dark green. There we go. I hope that looks better on the actual bus. Oh yeah, look at that. I think that looks quite fancy. It's got like yellow pinstriping as well. Well, I never. It does look nice. Awesome. So those will start to go around each of the cities. We've put in our very first transport lines for people, so that's good. I wonder how other things are going. So if I just quickly check, the oil is, wow, very profitable. The coal and ore is also pretty profitable. Bricks Portland doing quite well. How about the steel? I don't think the steel's going to make that much money to begin with, because the amount of time it takes for the coal and ore to get here just takes so much time. Let's we've got a bit of money, so let's go ahead and put another one of these on there. I'll put another one of these on. Is this the right one? Yeah, this one as well. Yeah, I think nope, never mind. We don't quite have enough money for that. Okay, cool. Right. Well, that actually took a lot less time than I thought it might, but that's good because it means that we can put another public transport line in maybe Gelée. So Gelée, aka Joliet, will be getting our next public transport line. This area is actually not very even. Okay. Maybe we could do something with this, and actually it's next to a line already. There is a few residential buildings that I just want to trim, because considering they're not as mixed as some of these other ones are, this one's just all over the place. If it's just one or two, then we can trim it back and hopefully keep it from putting buildings where we don't want them. So, how flat is this? It's not too bad. It's a little bit bumpy, so what we'll go ahead and do is just smooth this out. I don't want to necessarily just straight out flatten it. I'm hoping that potentially just smoothing it will do a bit of a better job in terms of keeping it relatively decent. So we'll put in, we could actually do a bit of a curve here, which would be quite nice. And if we upgrade to electric, what route are we going to take actually? I haven't really thought about this. Let's take that out and put in a bit more of a straight line in. There we go. I reckon if we go through this area, that'll be good. And then we could probably put in a connection there. That'll be fine. Cool. Okay. So first, tram stops going into Joliet, one of our larger cities, which is always nice, because we will see a lot more use out of this one, I reckon. I might just do it on the corner here. It's a shame that it's broken up, but it'll be fine. It's a shame that you can't sort of connect them in terms of the actual where the street breaks, but pickers can't be choosers. So if we do our lines going round Joliet, we're definitely going to have to upgrade the other stops so that we've got a stop for each one, unless we only connect it into, say, Mesa and Newark, not Portland, considering Portland's quite a far way to go. And they could always transfer over to a line to get to Portland if they wanted to. But Joliet's actually quite big in terms of cities compared to the other ones. If we check size-wise, yeah, Joliet is like quite a lot bigger than most other cities. Birmingham is on the other side of the map, so we don't have to worry about that one too much right now. But in terms of connections here, if we maybe did one to Newark down here, I'm going to have to put in another passenger stop. Oh. And that can go to number 1. There we go. And then for the other one, we'll go to Mesa. These are pretty long routes, really, for these older buses. But we'll just have to see how they do. Put in a waiting stop as well. Right, so what we need to do is name these. So these ones are the routes round. This one's to Newark. And this is Joliet. There we go. There's one. This one is actually going to Newark, or Mesa even. I'm getting muddled up now. This is how it begins. It's the beginning of the end. Alright, Joliet to Mesa. And we keep Joliet as the main one, or the first one, just because it is the larger of the cities. We might as well keep it as the first one on these. Right, so this is clockwise. Joliet. There we go. Joliet counterclockwise. Now, we could either go with like a green, which to be honest I think we've done in Mesa, haven't we? Or we could pick a different colour. I mean, brown could work. It's a bit brown and what have you, but it'll be fine. And then we could maybe make this a bit more of a reddy pink. Oh, I think I literally just picked the exact same one. But yeah, those lines are in. We just have to put on the vehicles now. So I think what I'll do is we could actually put it where the break in the road is. Get a couple of these. Put one onto counterclockwise, one onto clockwise. And then we just need to paint them the same colour. I think it's that one. And then this one's this one. And then we just need vehicles for the actual routes. So one would be for Joliet to Mesa, one would be Joliet to Newark. So if we paint these, I think it's that colour, and then I think that one's that. There we go. So that means that Joliet can now start sending people to different places, and because the lines are already connected in down here, they can transfer on the in the station, and then go on to the other line to, say, Portland or what have you, if they want to. So that's pretty good. I think that should be the first ones to be built up for over this side. We do have other cities in the periphery, so we could potentially connect those in. They haven't actually started getting any cargo yet, though, so I mean, this could be a good one up here, because it's a fairly direct route, I think. If we... Did we put that in? No, we didn't. We didn't put in a road through here. I think we were going to. No, here. This was the one. We were going to put in a road through here, so we haven't actually done that. We could go underneath here. That'd be pretty good. Let's start putting in a route through. It's not quite low enough. Okay. Something like that. And then we could probably put in a road connecting in down here. That's quite a dip. So actually, yeah, just keep it flat. That should be fine. And then up this way. We want to connect in, and then hopefully that will be a pretty direct route up to Marita. Marita looks quite ununiform, which is fine. I think we'll start with a bus route around here, though. And where is the residential? The residential's right where we want to go up to, really. What if we do it on this end, then? It's not showing us the... There we go. That's what we needed. Do an exit on this side. That's too close. And we have slope issues. What if we put the road in first? Maybe even start going down to that level. And then put in the... Yeah, that works perfect. So Marita's a fairly small place. So we'll put a bus stop around it with like 3 buses probably, or 3 stops. But hey, we've all got to start somewhere, right? There we go. And then we'll have like an outreach bus to down to here. Right, we already filled capacity on that one. So if we put that to number 1, there we go. Then we can have a little route go out to Marita. We just need buses, so I'll buy 3 buses while we're here. Pop one on that line, so it's on its way, and then the other 2 lines. There we go. Perfect. I think we'll have a red line. Red line for Marita. There we go. We could potentially do a more direct route this way through this pass. So it's something to keep in mind. We could potentially even use a train line out that way, but it's quite a steep climb. But anyway, back to naming lines. So what do we have here? This is the road public transport line. And it's double R-I-E-T-A. Excuse me, and this one's counterclockwise. There we go. Oh, whoops. There's no control C. I hit the wrong button. Alright, road, public transport, Marita, counterclockwise. We're definitely going to have to change the colour considering we've already got a green at the other place. Clockwise. I mean, we've already started with reds, so let's do a red and maybe an orange. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. In fact, maybe we could do an orange and an orange. Yeah, I like it. Okay, this one. It was Mesa, wasn't it? Mesa. To Marita. There we go. Let's just change these ones to be a red, an orange, and a lighter orange. There we go. Sweet. Wow, it looks like Maritians? Maritians? I don't know. They are quite eager to get on the bus, so that's pretty cool. Looks like we got the buses on their way here. And these should all have their own, terminals. That one's quite busy. to Newark. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so that one. Fairly busy. That's pretty good because it will fill up a bus. In fact, for these lines, maybe we should have them fill up, but then there might be people on the other end. They're just waiting. I don't know. I feel like we need to keep an eye on this because it could quickly, a while like that, spiral out of control. Yeah, this line needs more trams. So we'll put another one on there. That one's pretty busy as well. Might as well even it up. This one's quite busy. Pop another one on there. This one's fairly busy this way. And this one's fairly busy the other way, so might as well pop them on there. These are all on their own ones. We don't want to overcrowd the stations, so it's quite important that we do keep things moving. I don't know why these aren't moving that quickly. I tell you what, we should have put it on these two. That line. That was a mistake. A mistaker to maker. There we go. Let's see how that does now. Wow, there are a lot of goods there. I'll tell you what we haven't put in is a... Oh no, we have. Cargo goods line to Avad. Avada. Arvardar. Maybe we could have it go the opposite direction to the other one. There we go. Let's see how that does. So now it's the other side of the road. It might actually do a little bit better. I'll tell you what I haven't done. I haven't named these stations, which is not too bad of a problem to have. What do we call these? Rail cargo platform. Rail cargo platform. I mean, a lot of these is going to be rail cargo platforms, so I might as well just copy it. I didn't copy it. Rail cargo platform. And then I'll just pop this bit onto these. Rail cargo platform. Rail cargo platform. Oh. Rail cargo platform. Rail cargo platform, and we'll come through and rename the beginning bit in a minute. Right, I think that's all of them. Rail cargo platform. Rail, rail, rail. Cargo, cargo, cargo. Platform, platform, platform. There we go. Those ones are done. So if we grab this Charleston Good Factory, and then we can put it onto that bit at the beginning, and then we know what it is. Which one do we call this though? Because it's got both. I think if we go with the oil refinery, that's how I would recognize it. There we go. We could even call these the oil refinery road cargo platform. And this one can be the steel mill cargo platform. Sorry, road cargo platform. Yep, perfect. This one's the Lakewood Quarry. Lakewood? Huh. It's picked up from a name over there. That's interesting. Oh, this one's upgrading. Look at that. Shouldn't be too long. And then it'll be up to a level 3. And this line might start making money. Sorry, it started to make a little bit of money. But I mean just more reliably. Because the demand will be there. It'll be shipping the stone in a vaster quantity. And hopefully making more money. That's going to take a little while. Longer than I thought it would. So, Joliet Oil Well. This is the Joliet Oil Well rail cargo platform. This one's the ore mine one, it's not the farm one. I've decided. I'm not going to call it like ore mine number 2 because it may well change by the time that comes in, but we know what it is that it is picking up then. Each one as well. The Avada coal mine. Avada just sounds so... I don't know, it's like... It sounds cool. Avada. Wow, that one's busy. Oh wait, no, that's because it's... That's fine. It is busy, but it's also because it's literally just taking stuff from here down the railway line. So it's going to be busy. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Right. I think we've named all of those now. How are these doing? Can we check the lines individually? Can we filter for them? Yes. PT. Maybe what I need to see is the station statistics. These are all very good, even though they're very busy. bump up Joliet, their ones, and then these ones aren't really going anywhere, which is interesting. Maybe they're a little bit too far for the buses to actually entice people to go with them, which I can't blame them. It's quite a distance, really, to travel from there. But maybe if we connected in Avad, it might garner some more use. Where are the top destinations for Thingamabob? Newark, Lakewood, CO Falls, which is over here, I think. Yeah. So we could potentially even open up that way. Lakewood looks fairly big, you know, for a city that we haven't actually worked on at all. Avada. I mean, they're not getting many goods, are they? In fact, I don't think they've ever got goods. It's because we haven't put this on. Oh dear, I forgot about that bit. Okay, now it should start to get some goods. I'm sorry, Avada. I've let you down for the last time. Because I'm not going to let you down now. You're going to get some goods. I'm determined. Right, can we get some more... Right, this has gone up to level 2. This is still in level 1. So if we got some more coal and ore trains, then hopefully that should bump it up a bit more. Has this gone up yet? Yes! It's level 3. So now this should be pushing out 300. And actually, this line is probably going to start making a bit more money because it's going to be more consistent, more. Although this is moving very slowly. I think it's got to go uphill. Well, I guess now that it's gone up to 3, we could potentially think about upgrading it. I mean, it's only a little 280 Baldwin, which is quite a slow train, I think. Yeah, it's like one of our smallest trains. Why didn't we upgrade this sooner? It was probably due to money restraints, which, you know, we're still somewhat suffering with. But we can at least match the 189 and bump it up to... Well, actually, no, that's gone down to port. 204? 12 miles an hour. Yeah. Let's see how that does. 204, hopefully. That'll start to get a bit more movement. Have we seen any more people come and go here? No? No one. No one wants to use these lines. They're probably too long. We could try shortening them by maybe having a connection through here so it's a bit more direct. Unfortunately, especially with this earlier sort of era or timeline, the buses won't go very fast, so they won't really get there very quickly. All we can try and do is maybe improve the line they have to, or the route they have to go, I should say. Maybe we could cut up this way. We lower that so it goes more in line. And raise that so it goes more in line. It's a shame you can't just have it naturally follow the route of the or the geography. If it could just match the geography, that'd be great. But it can't. Can't do it. Won't do it. Well, I mean, at least we have a train line through here, so we could potentially use it, or we could even maybe have a train route go through down to Mesa on its own, sort of separate to this route, just for public transport. So maybe split out public transport and cargo. But I mean, you know, we're making a decent amount of money at the moment, and quite frankly, as long as it's making money, we'll be fine. It's just a case of whether we can maybe make a little bit more use out of them. Road cargo platform. Sorry guys, I am really flagging. It has been a long day at work, so it fortunately is not a school night tomorrow, and I'm probably going to spend a fair amount of it sleeping in. I don't know. No, we've got stuff booked for like the morning and stuff. I've got a hair appointment. Emma's got a hair appointment, so we'll probably be getting up and getting going. How are these doing? Do we actually have more demand for fuel? Not really. So 100% of it is getting to where it needs to go. Could we maybe connect in Avada, and then have that make us some more money, potentially. Similar with Mesa's one, would we want to connect in, say, Marita? It's only 50 fuel, but so's out here. Where else wants fuel? Fremont wants fuel. We could potentially even have like a connection between these, and then they can both help each other out, if that makes sense. I don't know whether it really does. At the moment, these are pretty well covered by these, so I'm not going to worry too much. I suppose if we sent out, say, 50 fuel, we could use this train line. Maybe put another platform on the other side. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I think this would be really great, actually. Oh! What? You can change it. I don't want to do that. I want to... I would like to click the junction. I mean, that's not what I want, is it? How can I... Before, you used to be able to click on the actual... I don't want to click on the tunnel, I want to click on the crossing here and make it a double slip. How do I do that? It's not C. Control, Shift, Alt. No. Interesting. Can I maybe click it from down here? When life gives you lemons. Wait, what did I click? Quaternary. Oh. Yeah, we could have saved some money with that earlier on, but never mind. There, so now we can get trains onto this side from here. Maybe we could split out. Actually, that's didn't mean to do that. Split out from here is what I was going to say. There we go. That's what I wanted. Sweet. Okay, there we go. And then down here, I mean, we already have quite a busy... We have like a crossing here? Maybe? No? So we're gonna have to come through and go onto this line. So I almost feel like we should take this further back. Have a crossing off this way, as well as a crossing off the other way. I don't know why the game does this. It's almost like it's trying to put it the opposite direction. There, that's what I want. So if we make this a double slip and this a double slip, and then this can connect in here, this can continue down this way a little bit, and we can actually probably just split off from this one. Oh wow, that's really low down. I didn't realise how low down it was. I mean, I don't think it warrants putting in a bridge or anything at this stage, but down the line it may well do. Looks like it heard me. Wanted to put in a bridge, didn't it? So as long as we put stops in each direction, it should be fine here. These are double slips, aren't they? Yep. Good, okay. And then on this side, so if we remove this section of road, we can put in a connection down here. And actually the road goes to quite a natural bridging over spot. He says. It's funny, it bridges here but doesn't there. Okay. So this line would be going up to Avad chemical plant rail platform. Try saying that just 5 times faster. So I want this to go into number 3. I want it to fill up. I want it to fill up on fuel. Go up to Avad and drop off fuel. Cargo rail. Oh, I've done it again. Rail cargo fuel. Oh. Fuel. Avada. There we go. And we want that to be orange, similar to the other one. And then this can actually take that as well, I think. Can these take... Yeah, all cargo types. That's good. So if we maybe put in a slip here or a slip this way, then trains can actually... What am I talking about? We've got a thingamabob down here, don't we? So I don't think this one needs to be that big, but it does need to go up that hill. Avada wants 50 oil, 50 fuel even. So we could probably sacrifice capacity in benefit of a higher speed going up that hill. That's 17 miles an hour. So we'll give that a try. I think that should then mean that we start to make more fuel here. And hopefully start to push towards a higher level. We could do a similar thing here for, say, Marita. Although Marita doesn't really have the demand. I mean, it's still 46, but it's just a bit of a smaller city. Varda's starting to get oil. This is only at 13%. Why is it so low? This train is going to make a lot of money each time it goes. Doesn't seem that fast, does it? So that can hold 100 and 180, yeah. My goodness, this is getting busy. Just double them up, I think, for now, and then... Oh. That one's not that busy. Alright, well, people want to go to Mesa and Portland. They don't want to go to Mesa to Newark, apparently. But never mind. That's getting busy. Let's just keep it even in both directions. What has the game done here? Why? Bit of a random one, but hey ho. These are pretty busy. Mesa, not so much. Same as Joliet. Maybe if we connect Joliet into Avard, that'd be a good connection. Avard is going to start growing now that it's getting both things. Two. Is that all you're taking to Avard? Is 2... What? Surely it's got more. How are these doing? Not great. Even though we've put more trains on this line, it's making a lot of money. It is shifting stuff. Looks like the trains have come down this way and they're starting to make their way back where they'll start to then pick up. Oh, no, that one's busy. How's this train doing? Hopefully making more money. I'm sure it's bound to. Where else could this send? Mesa wants bricks. Well. Interesting. That could be a possibility. Only wants 11 bricks though. So it's like, yeah, we want some bricks, but not that many. Might be worth spreading this out actually, considering how big Mesa's getting. Actually, it's getting pretty spread out, which is interesting. So if we maybe put on, you're going here and then you're going, do we want you to go up that way and then come back, or go out that way and then up? I think out and then up. And then where's the goods coming from? Tools. Oh yeah, tools, of course. Well, tools would be better down this way as well. So after number 4, you come down to here and drop off more tools. We keep you busy. In terms of bricks, we could probably put another cargo on this side. Maybe even just upgrade this to an in and an out, not just an out. And then we could put a bricks line into Mesa. We want you to wait for 10 minutes. You're going to pick up bricks and you're going to drop them off up here. Road, cargo, bricks, Mesa. And we can actually connect up this way. And that should be a bit of a faster route for it as well. There we go. Yep, that's that route that goes. Oh yeah, I forgot we have the Benz trucks now. I'll get a couple of those, that should cover it. Pop those on, and then hopefully that will start to gain some usage. Ah, we've got our first traveller going down to Newark from Chalet. The Avard line has a piece of fuel on it. In fact, we should really put in some more signals here. Especially where it's right before the big hill. What we don't want is for trains to have to stop while on the hill. So I'll put a few more stops in. This one's literally going to push this train up the hill. So let's see how that does in terms of helping trains through. This is getting stuck now. Why is that happening? Need more stops here, I think. And another stop here, potentially. This does just go up and then down straight away. So it might be worth us relaying this track. Let's take that out. Or is this one going to get out of the way before this comes through? Yes. Good. Again, probably want some more stops along this way to make sure that stuff keeps moving. Last thing we want is to cause tailbacks. So that's moving 25 mile an hour going up the hill. It's making a valiant effort. This one 26 miles an hour. Not bad considering it's going up quite a steep hill, although look at all this plastic. We need some more vehicles on this. But yeah, we're getting there. Things are starting to take shape. Hopefully we start to see bricks being delivered to Mesa. So yeah, things are starting to take shape. What's happening over here? Oh wow. So many people want to go back and forth between Mesa and Portland. I don't want to put too many vehicles on this though. I feel like if we over supply vehicles, it'll be just as bad. I think I might bang this up to 3 as well, considering we got quite a few people waiting at certain spots, and then hopefully that will then push them through to where these lines take over. This one's almost filled capacity on its main terminal. So it's going to start using that extra space soon. We got similar over here. This one's actually getting busier. Might put another vehicle on there. This one's super busy. Wow. Really quite busy. Is it just a case of the trams are full by the time they get here? Yeah, I think so. I love how they just stand in like a perfect grid. It's so funny. Right, this one's coming around and it's empty, so hopefully that will start to pick up some of these 59 passengers. Jeez, that's busy. These trams are slow. We should just put the buses on there. The buses are faster, aren't they? No, top speed 16. Why is the tram going so slow if its top speed is 16? Was it going uphill or something? Doesn't really look like a hill. Was it waiting for someone slower in front of it, or... Oh wow. I didn't realise that with the painting of the buses, even the wheels are painted. That's pretty funny. Still, this is going to be fairly busy. Cool, okay. We should potentially think about another bridge over here to avoid going over the train tracks. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how things are going, especially with like some of these other lines that we've put in the previous episode. I mean, this one's just really taken off all of a sudden. But it's starting to get a bit busier. There we go, Jolly to Newark has a passenger. So it's starting to get there, where we cut off the corner. It's beginning to send people out that way, but to be honest, I think it will probably take a train route through before it actually really takes off. Which is kind of understandable. You don't want to be sat on a bus all the way around. But then, back in the day, it was more normal to be waiting for quite a while on going somewhere on a slower vehicle. So, don't know. Maybe it should be perfectly fine. We really need more plastic trains out this way. The plastic is practically overrunning the station, which is not what we want. Oh, that's the wrong one. Not one of these. We don't have enough money yet. There we go. Now we do. So we'll send another train up there. Hopefully get more plastic down here. Even though actually it doesn't really need plastic, it needs steel. Our steel train is not that full. We are still waiting for steel to come, or coal and iron to get down here. It's going to take time for those new trains to actually do a full route, I think. This is probably why they're taking time to get down there. This one though, fairly busy. And Mesa's starting to get in on the action. 17 bricks being sent. That's good. This one wants goods as well. Maybe we could just do a truck up to Mesa for goods. Or we could deliver it on the way, potentially. We could do that. So from Avar, no, from Charleston, you go through here on your way back. Yeah. You drop off some goods. That would be great. And then we could just use this bricks line really. Oh no, we can't because the vehicles aren't. Okay, we'll swap out the vehicles to the all one. And then we can take goods that way. Where are goods wanted in the city? I'm not even too sure. Ah, there. So that can start to get goods. I might take off that it's bricks and just call it cargo. We'll keep it red. Red can stay for me, so that's fine. But then, in terms of the actual... Oh, bless me. In terms of the actual lines that we've put in this episode, they're doing quite well, actually. They're not necessarily making money, but it's probably a case of they're making money one way, not necessarily making money the other way, because there's only 7 people here who want to go back at the moment, whereas there's 35 that want to go to Mesa from Portland. So yeah, quite a stark difference really. It's a shame we can't take tools back. This is getting busy. But yeah, something we'll need to keep an eye on. Where is that plastic train? It's making its way through. Albeit it's going relatively slowly. It seems like there's a bit of a bottleneck here, so if we maybe try putting in some more... Oh, we are actually losing money at the moment. I'm sure we'll make some money once these trains get to where they need to go. Is this going up a hill, or am I missing something here? Like, why is it going so slow? I thought it was relatively flat through here. Five, 17. It's actually going downhill, but it's only doing 44 mile an hour. not going up to its max speed, which is a bit weird. But yeah, anyway, I think that's gonna do it for this particular episode or stream. I think we've done pretty well in connecting these up, and to be honest with you, yeah, look at that. Line usage is actually quite high for the cities nearby it. So I'm pretty happy with that. Until next time, have a good one. Thanks.